It's hey everyone, Bangin Beers, episode number 4. Actually, real quick bit. Can you turn the camera?
Sure, I can certainly do that.
It's an interesting look there. It's all right. We're winging it. This is what so you're gonna turn towards me a little bit, just to center it right there. No, get rid of that.
Good. Are we good?
Get out of here.
This is what we mean by off the rails.
Don't throw me in here saying you need a bucket.
Here's the hat.
This is what we mean by off the rails, by the way.
So we have one more person joining us, so you're probably going to hear the dog bark. She's going to go a little crazy. Nikolai's probably walk in frame. It's going to get nuts. So we're actually doing a whole collab here for Other Half. So tell us a little bit how you got these, how you acquired them, what we got going on.
Okay, so Other Half this year, it's their 5th anniversary. And basically what they did was before they actually released stuff on their 5th anniversary, they decided to go with the best collabs that in their opinion were the best. We're sampling off of Stockholm Brewing Company, which is a Kolsch style ale. Then we got Monkish from California, which is another good brewery to actually get into. Then we have Wakefields from Florida. They're also a good one as well, and they do a lot of wacky stuff. They even have a Charcoalberry Fin sour, just to give you an idea how that is.
Okay.
So if you're a 90s kid and you like Charcoalberry Fin, they're right up your alley. So try to get a can of that. Equilibrium is from Middleton, New York. They're about a half hour away from Hudson Valley. They came up with Einstein's Daydream. Sand City is also a New York brewery as well. I don't know exactly where they're located, but I'll find out in a little bit for you. They did an Imperial,
here.
And Nikolai is here. And finally, last but not least, we have a Trillium collaboration with Other Half. They are located in Boston, Massachusetts. They are another great brewery to get to, and I eventually want to get them to do a straight 6-pack with those guys as well.
Cool. Just real quick, do you have Untappd, the app Untappd? No? Okay. So once again, we're on there. I always say Dirt Wolf, but it's not Dirt
Cold Wolf.
Cold Wolf. And then you can find me at Bangin Beers Podcast, Anthony. So that's our Untappd. So we're gonna drink a beer, we're gonna review it, we'll give a little Untappd score, and we'll go from there. Live chat. You're good. You can come right in. Look at you with the sunglasses on. Live chat is on. So if you're on right now, click the like, click the subscribe. Gold Dust shirt already. You know it, Dave. So now that Nikolai's here, we can enjoy our first beer.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't parallel park under pressure.
So you're all right.
We're gonna go from here all the way up.
All right.
We're working our way up literally. So
sounds good.
So we are gonna start with the Stockholm Brewing Company's collab with Other Half. It's called Swedes and Heat. It's a Kolsch style ale with oats, pineapple, coconut, and lactose sugar. Now, this is a 4.8, and this is the weakest beer that we have on the list. Other than that, we're going all downhill from here, rather than me going all the way up. If you're not too familiar with what a Kolsch tastes like, it's going to be sweet, a little bit bready. How should I go?
Anyway, yeah, you can start. I'll be the last one.
We'll kind of We'll go in the around the horn type of deal. So you can pour your
We'll go Scott, Nikolai, then myself.
Okay, whatever. All right, whatever.
All right.
However we do.
So this is Other Half.
This is Other Half. It's called Swedes and Heat.
5th anniversary beer.
Yep.
All right, I'm getting ready to check it in here.
I already have this one checked in. I always like making sure I try all this beer before I have everybody else try it. So it's a better overall drinking experience.
Well, why don't you give us a show one time where you don't kind of drink them and you enjoy it with us? You need a little more?
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it regardless. If you want a little bit more, I'll enjoy a lot of these.
Very light color, very very light color. All right, we're gonna make a quick adjustment here, just because I can hear things you guys can't. So we're gonna
space it out.
We're doing it live. We're just gonna put that more centralized so we can get everybody.
Absolutely fine. Do what you got to do.
All right, Dave. Are you still coming with us today? We'll kind of do this. We'll do We'll do a 3, a microphone, a 2. All right, and we'll put that one back because we just had that one. There's still a little bit in there. All right, so very light color. All right, let's give it a shot here. All right. I get nothing when it comes to Swedish fish.
This is supposed to be Swedish fish.
No.
No?
No, it's supposed to have the pineapple, oats, pineapple, coconut, and lactose
that makes
sugar.
sense.
if you-
pineapple
if you-
stuff.
Pineapple, 100% pineapple. Yeah.
Like, Swedish fish, where'd that come from?
If you even take the nose of it, it actually smells a little bit like a pineapple cake. Pineapple upside down cake.
Well, that makes sense with the color too. The very pineapple. Wow, that was a spider web. It was just the color that freaked me out. Yeah, tonight, Elimination Chamber. You have a terrible memory, Dave. Just gonna adjust this so I can see a little better. All right, yeah. So pineapple upside down cake's a very good description
comparison
of that.
with
Yeah.
just a little bit of that like beer flavor to round it off. So it's not in your face, but at the same time, you're still getting a little bit of what they actually put in here. It's definitely not a bad beer to have one or two of, in my opinion at least.
I'll give that a 3. I'm gonna give that a 3. I like that. Very pineapple, very fruity. I'll go smooth, sweet. I like that. I'll go a little higher. I'll go 3.5. It's an all-day beer. I don't know. The sweetness may not make it an all-day beer.
Mhm.
This might be a one and done beer, maybe even a 2. But just to refresh, give you a. I say one of my things I say is an all-day beer. I like to get a 6-pack or of a beer, and then like I like to watch a wrestling pay-per-view or I watch a UFC fight, and I call those all-day beers. Like I can enjoy them for a pay-per-view. That might be a tough one for a fight beer.
I would say maybe like have it one in the beginning, and then if you're like, oh, I would like to have one more, but you can't drink anything else.
It's a good starter beer.
You just like
Start your day with that. Like start your
and then like when you want to go and have another one, you're like, oh, I want to have one more. Probably go switch to that.
Yeah.
Probably just level it off.
And I'm not saying that it's not a bad beer. But it's right there in the cusp. Like you could probably drink that all day, but it's right on that borderline of can you do it or not?
Mm-hmm. You can even say that it might even be like you can be a summertime beer then too.
Yes.
That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, that's that could be a picnic beer. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink a whole lot of beers, so for me, this is definitely gonna be a new experience.
Mhm.
But normally, I'm not really a pineapple person, but I could sit here and drink this.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think,
Scott.
Scotty Sharpie? I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing there. Thank you. Scotty
Are you
Sharpie.
already drunk?
Yeah, no.
Ah,
I haven't eaten yet today. I don't know how that's
I haven't
neither
either.
have I.
So.
but
Oh
it-
boy,
not a
I'm the
bad
only
beer.
one that probably.
Again, I'm not a big beer person myself, but just a little aftertaste, but nothing.
Now you're more of a domestic guy. Are you like right?
Not even that.
You're not even a beer
Just
guy.
Liquor.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you like your rum and cokes, Jack and Cokes. So you're just kind of spreading your wings with the beer scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's a really good. So you'll have a very unique perspective to that. So you're not a big beer tasting guy. So the flavored beers are more something your appeals to you because you don't have that beer flavor.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, but that's kind of what I liked for him to be a part of, at least one of these shows because I know it would expose him to a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, Nikolai's kind of in that same boat as well. Not a big beer fan. You
I
like your
that
mixed
better.
drinks, but if they have a flavor to it, you're with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like big gimmicks.
yeah.
S'mores.
You're like gimmicks. I like that. That's a good wrestling term. I'm a gimmick guy. Gold dust. Here we
Don't
go.
worry, we got a little bit of a gimmicky beer for you.
All right.
This is going to be the next one.
This next one.
Well, not
the next one's
but
can. Is that a baked potato?
It is a baked potato with sour cream. How do you like that? This is
Not liking
other
that.
half and Monkish's collab of twice baked with sour cream. This is an Imperial Oat India Pale Ale.
I'm
Imperial
nervous.
Oat Cream India Pale Ale.
Man,
A little bit of it. A little bit of a different take on just like a regular Imperial IPA overall.
You said twice baked.
Twice baked with sour cream. And that should come up as like a 5th anniversary one.
Yeah.
But this one
You gave this a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I get it's pretty damn tasty.
You also bring beers here that are like cauliflower and broccoli beer. So yeah, so a baked potato beer. I'm being honest.
But that's what you're thinking, that okay,
I'm
well
nervous.
there's broccoli in the beer or cauliflower beer. No, that's not the case. It's just the different hops that give it like that, as they call it, dankness in the whole. It's just like this really like I can't really describe the actual word dankness or define it, but it's like this like pungent, tasty, like hit you in the mouth type of taste that like you're like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Like just to me at least, it's just tasty overall. So I'll start pouring. We're gonna get rolling on this.
Another light color. I did not expect that.
It's gonna be a little bit hazy as well. Now this is gonna clock in at 8.5%.
Jesus Christ.
So the next ones are.
We said who's falling apart this episode. Somebody always falls apart.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I'm gonna put it on the little guy.
Huh?
I'm gonna put it on the little guy.
Sure.
Yeah. You're gonna get drunk. You might be
not.
You might be coming to wrestling with us if you can't drive home.
What's that?
We're going to watch wrestling
What's
tonight.
wrestling?
Tonight's Elimination Chamber.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you might learn tonight if you can't drive.
Women's tag team champions will be crowned tonight.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little of that a little bit. Who's your predictions on that? Who do you think's taking the titles?
I would like to see Sasha and Bailey.
I'm not a Banks fan, but
I'm a Bailey fan.
I think I am too. I think they're saving that for Mania.
Yes, but I think Riot Squad.
I would love Riot
I
Squad.
think they're gonna be triple champions.
Yeah. Oh, you think Ruby's beating Ronda? I would love that swerve. I don't see it, but I would love that swerve. We were kind of talking. I don't know. Do you watch Tornado Tag at all?
No.
So on Tornado Tag, I said I would like if they kind of maybe even changed Daniel Bryan's title and they changed the women's title just to kind of shake things up. Like, because you're talking about a superstar shakeup. You're talking about you want to change things. You don't want to make it super predictable. Rumble was super predictable. Yes. Everybody knew what was happening at Rumble. So to turn around and say Ronda loses, and then you're like, was that match off? And then you have another pay-per-view where she can get it back before Mania. We're getting the beer burps already. Yeah. So, and then Ruby I think would be cool. I think they're going to go Nia, Tamina, and then Bailey and Banks beat them at Mania.
I think if Nia and Tamina get the belts, it's going to turn into another Bludgeon Brother holding.
Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers got their tag team titles and just destroyed everybody. And it was, who ended up beating them off of it? The Usos?
Actually, the New Day beat them only because what's his name got hurt.
And then supposedly Rowan went out on surgery. That's why they lost.
Yeah, that's an interesting beer.
Now this is
it?
Yeah.
You
can go whenever you want.
Oh,
yeah,
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, you don't have to say your prayers before you drink here.
Just to give you a little bit of the hop profile into this. So this is hopped, then double dry hopped with Vic's Secret, Simcoe, Citroen, Galaxy. Now
they put Vicks in this?
No. They call it the hop. The hop is called
take the taste of Vicks.
Yeah.
No, Vic's.
I'll start drinking Vicks. This is actually good.
No, but they use a hop. It's named Vic's Secret, and it's a little bit of a kind of like a supporting hop, in my opinion. With like other ones, like you're probably tasting like the Simcoe, Citroen, Galaxy. Galaxy, you taste like that in your face, like as I'm gonna say, dankness up front. That's the Galaxy hop, and then it's switching over a little bit to like a citrus, which is the Citra. The Simcoe's kind of mixing in there, and then the Vic's Secret is like sneaking in there. So just to give you an idea,
we're gonna open up the nose with the Vicks.
Yeah, you could say that sharply.
Wow.
What is this? I see a lot of a good thing from Tony's there.
I really like this.
Really?
Yes.
I have still a whole case of it left over.
Do you really?
I do. This is kind of like my hoarder beer, and this has only been sitting for only about 2 weeks or so. So just to give you an idea,
you might have to bring a can or two over.
In my eyes, it's very, very in your face, knock
hop.
out.
Yeah. If this
aftertaste though
Yeah.
is a lot less
Yes.
than the other.
It sits in your mouth nice after you swallow
Yes.
it. Like
Mhm.
the initial and then it's just like, whoo. See, if this is tough for you, I would be interested to see him try a triple IPA. Like get him a real kick you in the mouth beer.
because Imperial is usually they're kind of like, I really don't know how to really describe them from the step up. I'll eventually
corner a little more.
learn. I'll eventually learn a little bit more about.
I feel like I'm blocking.
I know, like your single, double, and triple. They use so many hops. Like if it's triple
I know.
IPA,
I feel bad. I'm fat.
That's why I wear this thing.
Go ahead, Ben.
but usually like single, double, triple IPAs. Usually they add the hops into it. So double IPAs, double the hops or that they use to actually brew, or triple the hops.
Yes. So what is an Indian? It's what I want to get.
Imperial. That's what I'm trying to learn. I'm just gonna kind of look it up really quick, kind of going off the cuff. Don't really like doing that. I'd rather just spit it out.
He's supposed to be here as our beer expert, but he travels. He's our traveling expert.
So Imperial IPA. So okay. So they're saying this brew wiki is a very hoppy, high alcohol, strong ale approaching barley wine in strength without the maltiness of barley wine. So
your Imperials are a little stronger than your IPAs, which
they're used in the 1800s for beer, usually stout that was brewed in England apparently, and then the hops and malts using during the brewing are double or even tripled, and then that's where you're getting the Imperial from. So it's hops and malt that are kind of like actually driving this from what I'm getting. Yeah.
And then the history of Indian IPA, Indian Pale Ale. They had to put stronger hops in it. So when it made its journey from England to India during the trade exchange, that's where that style of beer derived from, because they had to put more in because it would have to last the journey. And then it became a style of beer that's now coming back, which is pretty interesting.
And then some other stuff here. Smooth medium to full body with high hop flavor. Hops that may be complex or noble. Some alcohol warmth. Low to medium malt flavor. Medium gold amber to reddish color. We have a little bit of the gold in there. It's an intense and strong hoppy IPA. And it might be the double or extra IPAs. And it's the strong body hop flavor and high alcohol content. So it does really hit its mark with everything that,
That's my sour beer face right there.
Yeah. Yeah. But
when you come see us live, you have to check the table out. Speaking of come seeing us live, we're going to be doing our first ever live podcast for Bangin Beers at the Schuylkill County Brew Fest this year. We're going to have a nice big tent. We're going to be kind of walled off. Hopefully it kind of protects us from the elements. It's going to be hot in there. It's going to be hot. Nikolai's going to go around. He's going to be getting photos of the day. He's going to be getting video of different things. And then him and Heidi are going to be kind of our runners and bringing us stuff. And then we'll be at our tent. We'll be trying beers. You're more than welcome when you come see us at Schuylkill County Brew Fest. We're going to have a mic open so you can come in, sit down, and talk with us and tell us how your experience is with Schuylkill County Brew Fest. It was announced, which we could finally announce now. Schuylkill County Brew Fest it was just announced that it was moved from Frackville to Pottsville, but they didn't say where. It has officially been announced that it is going to take over downtown Pottsville. So the entire main drag of Pottsville is going to be Schuylkill County Brew Fest, which I'm really, really excited for.
That's going to be interesting as well.
It's not 100% official, just kind of talk in the works. We're going to be down by the Greystone, which I'm excited for because I love the Greystone. Very good people who work there, run it. Very good friends of mine. So we're going to be down by the Greystone, set up there. So come down and see us. We'll be doing a live show. I don't know if it'll be live on the internet or just record it, and then we're going to do some editing and then bring it in. Because it's going to be a long day, so we might just do that. We might break it up a little bit. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff coming, and come see us at Schuylkill County Brew Fest. We're having a good time. And hopefully we have some stuff. We might have some stickers to give away. We're going to figure it all out then. But yeah, definitely come see us. What do we got next, Ben?
We didn't get Nikolai's opinion on it.
What do you think of the...
For me, I wouldn't drink it a lot. Definitely tastes like a potato.
Really?
I get that potato taste. So, I mean, that
I just got a
Like-
really good like strong hoppy beer, which I like. That's right up my alley.
Unless it was like a sour cream thing that hit me. I don't know what it was, but it was something that said potato.
See, I got no baked potato. I got no sour cream. I just got a really good
hop flavor,
hoppy
just-
flavor. Yeah.
And that's really the whole thing with Other Half. Like their gimmick is they're like, okay, well, we'll put a broccoli on the label, but we're gonna try and trick you to make it like, what if we used broccoli in the beer with our hop combination?
Like, so I'm not trying to be mean Other Half. I'm not, but it's kind of smart. But like, to me, when I see baked potato and sour cream, you might as well just put a pile of shit on the beer on the label and be like, you're gonna drink shit. Because when I tasted it, I was like, this is amazing. Like that, it like, because my mind was looking at the label and thought one thing, and then it hit my lips, and I was like, woo, that's a good beer. I like that a lot.
they
Also,
also
it's such a strong in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's amazing how smooth it is.
Yeah.
oh
as
they
it sits.
It's a good beer.
I think that'd be a good sipper.
Yeah.
oh definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Definitely.
I think it'd definitely be something that you can make it last.
Like 2 cans of that, you're smoked. You're gonna be
Oh,
You're gonna be feeling good.
You'll be flying high, I'll tell you that much.
yeah.
But they also do like this last release that they had it's what's called florets, and I let Scob try that one out when I was just over at his place at one point.
Scott was gonna join us, but he's having some issues with
But don't worry, Scott.
medical
You-
issues.
don't worry,
Scott
Scott,
will
you heal
100% be on this show.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
definitely gonna run us up and down the flagpole when he does come. But
We might go to a 12-pack when Scott shows up.
oh
we
boy, the
might
true beer gauntlet.
we might crawl out of that episode.
Who falls apart going sequential?
That would be a good summertime episode in his
in that little
his
tent.
little canopy we set
Yeah,
up
canopy.
outside, and like
100%.
yeah, we go late in the night, like a 2:00 in the morning episode.
Oh dear lord, yes.
I love it. There's only you have to go big when you go Scob.
Oh my god, yeah. But they actually had a beer called Florets, and it was their kind of like single hop version of their broccoli beer. And wow, like a 5%. I mean, Tony, if you're talking about beers to drink like multiples of, 100% you could probably pound like 5 cans down. Like it's that good. Like it's just tasty. It's just consistent.
This is close Untappd. It's
insane. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So I
agree.
have to get some.
You said you have a case of that.
I do have like some more of this. Don't worry.
I'm gonna have to snag 1 or 2 off you for the next wrestling pay-per-view. That's a good beer.
No, not a problem. I'm gonna keep them around as long as I can. Put it that
I
way.
really enjoy Other Half. Other Half makes good beers.
Mhm.
They're a New York beer as well, right?
They are from Brooklyn. They actually have 2 locations. They actually have a location in Rochester, New York, and there's somewhere else in I think in Brooklyn or I forget, like Williamsburg. I'm not really sure, but apparently they're opening up another location at the Domino Sugar Factory.
I want to hide that. I want to drink the rest of that one. We're gonna pop that one out a little bit.
But like a Domino Sugar Factory that they actually bought, and they're opening up a 3rd location. So these guys are always consistently putting out cans every weekend, no matter what, and even sometimes during the weekday.
Ben, real quick, I hate to cut you off.
No,
Ben,
it's fine.
Ben, he like we live in Pennsylvania. We're Pennsylvania based, but he drives from where we are to Brooklyn, New York, very regularly to pick up these beers.
I wouldn't say regular. This is like the 2nd or 3rd time
But I mean, that's to drive to Brooklyn for beer is from here is not a
That's dedication.
exactly. He's a fan of this brewery. Like he goes there, he tries to trade for these beers a lot. Like, and I mean, I've tried a lot he's brought home. Like there's banging beers. Maybe it's 4th episode, but we've been banging beers and playing video games for many months. That's literally what me and Ben's thing was. He would bring a couple beers, we'd sit upstairs, we get smoked, and we'd play Xbox all night long.
no kidding.
And then when I started the podcast thing, I was like, we should just record this. Well, obviously not. You know, maybe we could do like a banging beers, things that weren't cool in high school collab, and do like a let's play,
Mhm.
and we just get smoked. I'm with it, but we have to be
I would be in for.
yeah, play like old school like games. But anyway, but this is so we've been trying Other Half for a while. This is our second brewery in a row that's from New York City, from New York area. I like Other Half a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it still has like that work hard New York mentality in a way. Like, hey, like if you're from New York, you got to be the best. Other Half really does puts up its guns, and they're ready to rock and roll. They know what they're doing, and whoever they deal with, they know what they're doing as well.
We are running not super long, but let's get to this because we got a lot more beers to go here.
All right, I think we might, if we're having enough of a good time, I have one more 7th surprise beer, but it's not to be terrible. But
maybe we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so this is
stronger than this one at the end.
This is gonna
depending.
Oh, depending.
Actually, that's not even the strongest beer.
The two strong.
This is the strongest.
No, the strongest.
This is 8.9.
No, that's 8.5.
Oh, that's 8.5.
This one is.
So it actually goes second strongest, and then we end with a nice little. I mean, when I say little, 8.5, 8.7, 8. So.
So
yeah, I'm gonna leave it how Ben's our genius, so he got.
Okay,
this.
so Jay Wakefield. Okay, now.
I'm excited to watch wrestling
these guys, they're from Florida, and a lot of their beer, they do a lot of really cool stuff. They do a lot of, they do some sours. Like I said, they do a Charkleberry Fin sour, just to give you an idea what you're getting yourself into with these guys.
The Charkleberry Fin.
It's a flavor from Kool-Aid that was back in the 90s. Like it's like a pink shark, and it's like a kind of like a fruit punch.
He's a little younger.
Yeah, it's like a fruit. It's like more of like a fruit punch flavor. It's like a little bit. It was better than
huge
fruit punch.
Kool-Aid flavor in the 90s.
Yes.
When you were being born, we were drinking it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like there was Charkleberry Fin, and then like Ectoplasma, Ecto Cooler.
See, I know about
yeah.
The other one.
Right.
No.
Other Half, our Florida beer, an Ecto Cooler beer. Let's get that going. Let's get it rolling.
These guys usually put out a lot of good stuff together. A lot of the times there's this bourbon barrel aged Snowbirds, which is an imperial stout that they usually make.
Do they come up from Florida to New York to make this beer?
Yeah, they do it either way. Like sometimes they do crossovers where the Other Half people go to Florida will go to New York. That'd be their whole deal. But
I love that stuff.
This is, I think, their second or third batch of this Florida plates. Now, this is going to have pineapple and peach in it. So this is the only beer that I have not had that I'm going to be trying for the first time, which is going to be really fun. But I want to actually see what this bad boy
what's this called? Other Half?
Florida plates.
Is this the entire 5th anniversary set list?
Everything but 2 or 3 beers.
So there's 3 more to this list.
There was 3 more. They
you have
really
have the other 3?
No, I don't. It was just because it was just way too much money between. I got cases of the Swedes and Heat, the Twice Baked, and the Einstein Daydream that kind of set me back a little bit. But I only got like 3-4 packs of like this stuff. I wasn't really concerned about the Cloudwire because I was really coming up to like $500 for.
I gotta say,
for all the almost everything. I traded.
Does anyone else need any more of this?
I don't know yet.
All right, I'll leave it for you then.
The scent is really.
All right, so I'm a peach guy, like peach candy, peach iced tea.
Not peach Coke.
Peach Coke was not my favorite. I actually gave the rest to Ben. I'm like, yo, drink this. So I actually had my first, before I sipped this, I had my first peach beer. We did a show on HMAC for the artist mashup. Shout out to those guys. Amazing show. I don't know if you've seen photos from it. They packed the place out. That place was jam-packed for that artist mashup show. So great stuff. We have a lot of really cool photos Nikolai took from our show. So that a lot of cool stuff coming there. But I had my first peach beer by Evil Genius. It's called Sorry Not Sorry. Because if you search Sorry Not Sorry, it doesn't show up. You have to put the hashtag in. It was my favorite. It was such a good peach beer. So you said this is peach and what? Pineapple. I really hope the pineapple, because I like pineapple too, but I hope pineapple, what? We'll keep it. I'll figure a way. I'll find something for that shirt. We'll find something. What size shirt do you wear?
2X.
2X. Are you a video game guy?
Used to be.
Give that to Scott. Give it the Sharpie. It says Control
That's the
Freak.
thing, I know every one of them.
Give it to him.
There you go.
You just got
alright.
yeah. There's a whole story behind that shirt. We'll talk about it after the episode's over. That was that's it's a great story. You're gonna love it. All right. Anyway, peach beer. Has anyone else? You can give a review while I go. Go ahead.
Well, Sharpie just killed his thing,
Yeah,
so I'm like, wow, that's unreal.
That's
Wow.
if you give me a 1 to 10, I'd probably give that at least a solid 8.5 to a 9.
That is a tasty beer.
That it's very, very smooth in the beginning, gets a little sour at the end, but overall aftertaste is very mellow. And
Wow.
The peach and pineapple really make a great
Very good
combination. Did you try it, Nikolai?
I did. I will agree with what you said. However, I'm not that big of a peach fan, so to me, it was just so. Like I could drink it,
It happens.
and I feel like for peach fans, this is an awesome drink. Just I'm not a big peach person.
Hey, whenever we do like a Bangin' Beers episode, guys, don't be afraid to really give your honest opinion.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, because
We don't want to
seriously,
sugarcoat it.
because
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
because seriously, like when we tell people, like say for example, when we had Tony's dad on the show, he didn't like IPAs.
He hates IPAs.
but
He's
we did
slowly turning that franchise around though.
single, double, and triple IPAs that we did from the last show with Hoof Hearted.
Well, the last show was
no,
Portland.
2 shows ago. But turned the corner a little bit. He goes, wow, it's not really hoppy. He was just like really digging it.
He went into
wow.
Cortland with a more appreciation for IPAs, and when he went there, he tried a lot of their IPAs out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta
So-
go back to like what you said about a daily or an everyday beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can drink this all day.
Yes.
At 8%.
I'm really bummed now you didn't get a case of that.
That's how bad. That's how quick it went out. People knew that this collaboration was solid. People were buying them.
Now I'm
droves.
bummed that they're in Florida, because if they're making beers like that with the peach flavor, like I'm with it 100%. That's a good beer.
I'll have to try and get some J Wakefield. I'm gonna try and grab some for
The
Right.
percent on the peach one,
that is going to be 8.
an 8% beer. Dave, thank you for Dave. I love the comments. I like we kind of read the comments a little bit there, but yeah, this is a good beer.
What
Yeah,
would
really.
you now, Tony? Since
I gave that a 4.5.
what did you give the
I forget.
twice baked?
I
What's
forget.
the
It was like-
scale go by?
It goes by like
1 to 5.
1 to
Okay.
5. So like what, like your 0, like your unrated, like usually if you have like an older beer, you'd be like, oh, this is malted old. Don't give it a good rating until you try it fresh. That's my opinion.
I gave that a 4.5 as well.
Wow.
I did.
Wow, impressive.
I will never give a perfect score. It takes. I mean that's close. Like that really made me
Mhm.
want to give it a 5. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, it's a good. I really like that beer.
It's a very smooth, very crisp, refreshing almost.
Yes. Wow. I love that. That's my favorite so far.
So I usually like going.
Now I'm actually really excited for this one because I've also had beers from this distributor as well. Equilibrium. We featured Equilibrium on this show before. They make good beer, so I'm excited for this one.
You're
So-
tongue-tied already.
Yeah, that one is tough for me. And Trillium is a good one. This is a Boston.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the Boston.
So these two breweries that are mixing with other half, I'm excited for these two cans, only because we've had both breweries before,
Mhm.
and now they're working together. So Trillium makes really good beer.
I have to really get more Equilibrium to really appreciate it. Like I didn't like them at first, but the more I had of them and they do like their regular stuff, like their single and double IPAs, something about their initial taste, I don't know if it's like with the grains or whatever, they just nail it. And it's just like slightly sweet, but it's just like that taste. You're just like, wow, they really pulled it together. Like, and like Equilibrium, they have like a gimmick where it's like, it's more of like chemistry, like how they brew the beer and everything else. These guys know what they're doing as well. I mean, decent
Are
brewery.
they also at a New York Equilibrium?
Yeah, Middletown.
Yeah.
They're about half hour away from Hudson Valley. So like if you get a Hudson Valley release, you can shoot right over to Equilibrium and go from there. Then.
Yeah, Ben has brought over a lot of Equilibrium before, and then he brought one trip from Trillium when he went to Boston.
I have to get more of that.
That
so.
was really good beer.
Maybe one of these. Maybe during the year.
Boston's on my bucket list. I want to go to the city of Boston.
We'll go. I'll take a day off because I have some use or lose days. We'll take that Monday off if you can do it though too.
I'm off Sunday, Monday.
So we can leave.
Sunday night.
I'll take the Monday, and we'll travel all Sunday or whatever, and we'll go to Trillium. I know exactly where it is. And we'll.
I was a heavy pour. I apologize, guys.
Yeah, what can you do?
I went a little
I just
ham.
want to make it to the 6th.
No, this is gonna
Be
be.
as heavy as you want.
Get over here. Get over here, you little bastard. Get in there. Trying to duck and dodge.
You better believe it.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna I'm crushing. This is the home runs. This is like we're cleaning the plates here. You're going hard in these next two.
So Einstein's Daydream. Now I've had this a couple times. I wanted to give it a fair rating the last couple times. Last few times, actually. Whoa. Are you
Is that you?
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, she's alive. We're good. Keep drinking. Keep drinking.
But anyhow, I had this on our Tornado Tag podcast. I was like, oh, this is our the first and second reveals, which was Swedes and Heat, and this one. And I really got to appreciate the flavors and all that in this Einstein's Daydream. Now, this is an Imperial Oat Cream IPA. Personally, other halves Oat Cream IPAs are probably the best in my opinion because they just have like a smoothness, a different taste to it. It kind of uses the way, Tyler Budwash and I, we were talking about it, and they use flaked corn in an oat, like an oat cream, like a cream, pale ale. So like oat cream on top of that, something else. So
I'm gonna be honest. The smell. What do you think of the smell of that?
Didn't get me.
When you smell that, you're like, I don't know if I want to drink that.
Yeah.
The smell is not appealing, we'll say.
Even the coloring isn't very.
I mind the color. I like kind of like that yellow haze look to it. The smell is like, it smells like not good, but I'm excited for
It
it.
smells like a bad citrus fruit.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
And that's going to be the funny thing here because it's brewed with 2 big doses of oats and milk sugar. And then they go hopped with hand-selected Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe. So a little bit, it's not like a very inviting like with the Galaxy. Mosaic is a little bit of a puzzle piece of a hop in the sense that it is a little bit dank, but it just kind of like switches it up in your mouth a little bit, like a Mosaic piece, like an art piece. So when you're having this, along with it being like with the oats and milk sugar, you get a little bit of different stuff going on with it then as well. So
I have to take another sip only because I still have a little bit of peach, but this is a tasty beer, very tasty beer.
Mhm.
This is right up my alley. This is
Very different.
This is an IPA. This is hoppy,
Mhm.
but smooth. I do enjoy this. I'm gonna have to go a second one here. I have to give it a real. I have my score not locked in, but I have a score. But I have to go again just because I still have the taste of the last beer.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, we're doing a lot of Imperial IPAs as well. So like a lot of the hop flavor from all the other beers are kind of like clogging our taste buds in a way. Oh yeah, you don't have.
I was like, where were you last night? I was like, you were with me. And mine's still there too.
Actually, I got printed right on the bicep. I don't know if I got like what. I don't know what.
What a guy. Real quick shout out. They're probably not watching this show because I don't know if they even know about this show. But PPW, thank you guys so much for the tickets we gave away last night. We're still building our audience when it comes to watching our shows live. But a lot of people do watch them once it airs. So the live viewers aren't there yet because we're still brand new. We're still getting our dates in, and people are like, oh, I don't know when you're live. I don't know when you're not live. But we gave away 4 free tickets last night. We didn't get photos. I do apologize. It was really close to bell time. We wanted to get the tickets out to somebody and enjoy the show. But PPW had a show last night. Juiced. I keep getting the beer burps. Once I start talking, the beer burps come up. Juventud Guerrero was there. He still got it. 100% still got it.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Brian Pillman Jr. So I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. I don't know if they trained similar. I don't know. There's got to be a backstory there. But watching him wrestle, it was like, man, I miss his dad even more because it was special. For being 25 years old, Brian Pillman's son is a wrestler again. Brian Pillman's kid, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Teddy Hart are reforming the New Hart Foundation. Brian Pillman Jr. was in Hazleton last night. Very Kenny Omega-esque. Like, his style is very Kenny Omega, which is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing, yeah.
Put a great show on. Very, very good. The card itself was a great card. I had a blast. Yeah, it was really, really fun. So we're looking forward to the next one. The only name I could remember off the top of my head is Cedric Alexander. Am I saying that? Is it
Cedric Alexander? That sounds about right. Yeah.
He was at the last.
205 Live.
Yeah, he was a 205 Live champ, and then he had some issues where he was released from 205. He was in Hazleton during the Impact show. He's coming back again to wrestle. Last time he was there, he put a great match on, so they will be there again. So
he's a very good entertainer.
Very good. Yeah, good to life. If you're ever interested, I know you're a wrestling fan. We go to a lot of local wrestling shows. So if you ever want to tag along with us, you're more than welcome. We have a really, really good time.
And we heckle a hell of a lot. So we
get chants going. We get chants going.
Put it this way, we're for out of 4 people, it's kind of like when we were at the lunch table where we were laughing like hell. We shut everybody up. So that's just to give you an idea how we heckle.
And we picked one. I'm sorry, Michael Lando, if you ever watch this, but we heckled Mike. Guy's awesome. The guy's a sweetheart. He did an interview. He does wrestling and he does things that weren't cool in high school. He's a bad guy in that show. So we got to heckle him. We heckled Andy. We were like, "You suck, Header!" And then Header got super kicked, and we're like, "Thank you!" So, we were thanking the guy for super kicking Andy. And he wrestles with. He still has this cold. It was tough for him, but he went out and performed. It's not Cedric. It's help me out here.
Rich Swan.
Rich Swan.
There we go.
Yes, Rich Swan. So I wish Cedric is a bigger name. Not the bigger name, but he's still with the company. Cedric. Yeah. Rich Swan.
I think he just competed last pay-per-view.
Yeah. So sorry about that. It's the Bears maybe talking. We're almost at the end here.
I forgot about Swan. Supposedly wasn't that
Rich Swan.
Yeah, he supposedly beat up this old lady or something.
Yeah, it was supposedly domestic dispute issues, which were dropped.
Yeah, it turned out to be BS.
Yeah, so they were dropped, but unfortunately, he was released from his position because of that, and then the charges were dropped. So, but he's still out there. He's in part of Impact Wrestling. Still a great entertainer. Awesome to watch.
Impact and put on a good show.
Yeah, well, I mean, they got Morrison. Now Impact has Tommy Dreamer, Raven, and Conan right in the shows.
Wow.
Yeah. So Impact is it's a beautiful time. I know there's a lot of wrestling talking here, but it's a pay-per-view today, so we're gonna do it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nikolai.
I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah. So it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. I mean, Impact is doing stuff. AEW's on the cusp. Local wrestling scene is fighting hard because companies like AEW and Impact are like, oh, we'll look at indie guys. Then you got NXT, you got NXT UK, you got New Japan, you got Ring of Honor, you got WWE, you got 205 Live. I mean,
you're kind of bringing everything back, like to
progress,
the old days,
you know what I mean?
Like all these federations.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's
territories,
like a whole territory revivals situation.
There's territories again, but they're not so much territories, but they're just like it's awesome. It's if you're willing to put the research in and find out where you can find wrestling, there's stuff somewhere for everybody, you know. And each company has their superstars. It's awesome.
And I like to give a plug then too. They do a kaiju battle wrestling where people actually dress up as like Godzilla monsters, and they have like the sets, like the models of like towns and cities in a wrestling ring, and they use it to like beat the hell out of each other and like
that sounds
do signs.
entertaining.
It does. You know what?
That's exactly what.
I'm shitting on it, but I may enjoy it because I love Godzilla. But we'll see.
You know what?
We're actually slacking here. They're killing us.
But here,
Good, slack. Continue.
but we didn't even get Nikolai's opinion. We're not getting Nikolai's opinion.
My
We're
whole
getting.
theory about that one is get it down quick. It was a very, I don't even know how to describe it. It was it hit you, but it didn't hit you. It was coming in multiple waves.
I got you.
So that's the strongest beer of the day.
No, that's the second strongest.
Come on, Tony. When were you?
That was
This
the
one was the
8.4.
strong-
Oh, the
Said
next
remember.
one's second strongest beer of the day.
But that one, the flavors would come in waves.
Yeah.
It was a very different beer.
So since I've been bullshitting, and now I officially have my glass done.
But Equilibrium is always like this then too, like with all their beer. There's a few of them that I really wanted to get that they would have been still. There was like a Greek brewing company that they actually collaborated with, and it sounded amazing. I don't know.
What kind of brewing company?
It was like a Greek brewing company. Like
mean-
I forget what the name of it was, but it
You
was
find that.
I just
It's
real
batshit
quick. I just
crazy.
hit my 200th different brewery. So I've been drinking a lot of beers. So my Untappd isn't what it could be because there's a lot of times I just gave up on Untappd. I was like, I'm not doing that, and I went and had a lot of beers and just never checked them in. But I promise, because of this show, I'll get back into it and I will start checking beers in. I gave that a 4. And I just hit level 14 in I believe an IPA. I'm an IPA guy, so very, very good beer. What did you gave that a 4.5? You almost gave that a perfect score. All right,
4.5. I thought, it's
it's a great beer. I'm not going to argue.
Dealing with other half in Equilibrium, you can't go wrong with it. Solid collaborations by both. Solid brewing companies.
That for me, that's an all day beer. That's a pay-per-view beer, but I probably won't enjoy the main event.
That there would be like, okay, I'm out. Let's start with that.
So that's a pregame beer for you.
No, that's a backup.
That's a backup.
Wow.
Backup.
Okay.
Wow.
This would be a good for like if you want to go out but don't want to pay the cost of the beer at a like you don't want to pay $3 for a domestic at a bar. You drink like 2 or 3 of these and then go out.
And then go out.
2 of these and then go out. You're good for a
With
while.
Your wife driving.
With someone else driving.
Yeah.
Yes. You have that's a good time. I like that beer a lot.
I definitely wouldn't say it's a night kicker, but I would say, yeah, it would be a good follow-up.
For me, because I'm now a craft beer degenerate, this beer is that would be my go-to to drink like all day. Like that's my all-day beer, along with the peach.
That
but
peach
like,
one, that
yeah,
peach one I'll match you with.
that's good. That's
Mhm.
good.
Nikolai, what about you? You're the quiet mouse in the corner over there.
So, well, part of it's because Lady's here.
That's okay.
But I did enjoy it. It's definitely one that I could have maybe 1 or 2 of in a night, but I probably
That's all you
wouldn't
need.
I probably wouldn't go past that.
That's all you need.
100%. I get you.
I go past it.
Yeah.
I definitely would. A lot of these
But-
I would.
It also could be that we've been drinking
Hey,
other
Pops.
ones until now.
He couldn't make it today. My dad's in the chat, so thank you so much for tuning in, Pops. You missed a good episode, man. This is some good beers here. A lot of IPA, a lot of Imperial, but
and some oat creams as well.
yeah, very good stuff here today. Yeah.
So if you want to start off the Sand City one,
You want me to first pour?
You're freaking
So
right.
this is the
we give everybody a little bit of.
this is the big
yeah.
boy. This is the big boy.
So it's gonna taste
I
like
thought you were
burger.
I'm going heavy pour. Sand City. Where are they out of? You know?
They are actually out of North Point, New York. Because I was just looking into. I didn't actually log this one in. I want to give this one a very fair rating. I've had this beer a few times
We're
before,
going a little more.
but I really.
I'll pour
enjoyed it.
Nikolai's because he's been
come on now.
fucking around.
Oh, come on! No,
he's
I
been-
only go again.
He's been
No.
fucking around.
Whatever.
Where's the towel? Yeah, you got paper towels.
Where
I
they-
fucked up.
All right.
I'd just be a
That's
bit.
what happens
good
when
judge.
Josh
All right,
pours.
that's not enough. You didn't spill that much. That's
Okay.
fine.
First smells pretty good.
I still got a little bit more.
stickers.
So
We're
if
testing
any-
the waterproof.
I'm gonna go right in the middle here. So if anyone wants to go for it,
Do you need this sticker?
it's my first one. I gotta keep the first one.
All right.
I know I know you hate me for that, but
That would be a
That's the
good
way I
base sticker.
roll.
Yeah, I know.
that's how I roll. Now, if I had 2 cans of it, no question.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely fine with me.
These two right here already are sticker beers. Like I would cut the stickers.
more than
labels off.
more than welcome to do that one. You could just rip that label off and just stick it right on there.
The smell of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a.
Now,
That's a very inviting beer.
Did we kill this? I'll kill it.
Yeah, you can
Why are you
I'll
gonna
go for
mix
the-
it?
Huh.
Oh, that's
no, he's killing that one.
That's the big. This is the big boy. I'm trying to enjoy the beer tonight.
This
you don't want to
is
see the end.
Oh, I will see the end.
so.
Well,
That'll
I'll
last me.
remember it
Yeah, I will
So-
remember it tomorrow.
So this Sand City one, you can really
I'm a
smell.
degenerate.
You can really smell the galaxy in this one again. So like, if
So what
you
is a galaxy?
galaxy hop,
Different
it's
hops.
that, like
Oh,
when you take that whiff, that's that strong, like really appealing, like scent to it. You smell that? It's
I
like
do.
that's the galaxy right
Almost like a
there.
citrus.
Yeah, it's more of like it's more like 50-50 of like citrus and like kind of sort of earthy in a way.
so
pretty interesting.
here's the tags, and I agree with all of them. Hazy, the color, bright, it's a bright hazy, floral taste, zippy and rustic. I'm with all that.
So they're doing this is a mashup of all green everything and Sansei's Infinity +1. This is hopped with Moteca, Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic plus a nice big Galaxy dry hop.
Did you say
At the end.
zippy?
Zippy.
Mm-hmm.
That I agree 100% with zippy. That comes up and zips you right in the tongue.
That is very appealing. And if you're even if you're tasting this a little bit then too,
Spoiler alert.
pretty juicy.
I just hit my second point, 4.5 of the day.
Wow, you're being very generous. I do like this one as well. So I'm also going to give it a 4.5 to match it as well. So
I am a fan of that beer. I like the little infinity because if you drink enough of these, like you will be to infinity and beyond.
I'm pretty sure that's trademarked on me. Get in trouble for that.
Sue me, Disney. I don't care.
That'd be awesome.
Disney pays. I mean, Nikolai pays enough for your merchandise.
You better believe it.
It'll be a wash. It'll be.
That is very zippy.
That's strong. That's a strong beer.
Yeah.
That is so like. There's some like bourbon barrels that you're like, whoa! You drink it and you know you're drinking something strong. So if you try to end the day with this and you already are kind of buzzed,
You're sending yourself off the deep end.
yeah, 100%. Because like we're a couple cans in, so our palate has already hit a point where you're getting everything.
it's shot.
Yeah, it's not shot, but everything like has a better taste to it because you're like, okay, you're getting kind of your alcohol's in your system, you're enjoying yourself. And then like you're like, oh, here, have like 3 of these, like a can of 2 of these.
3? I was gonna say.
Wow.
I
talk-
won't even be able to finish a can of that.
I talk like a degenerate, so I'm very sorry. Like for me and Ben, we can easily at the end of the night probably hit 2 of these cans, and then that's the end. That's the end. In beer terms, this is your tequila at the end of the night because tequila always sneaks in for your liquor
boy.
drinkers.
Uh-huh.
You know how like you're drunk and you're like, just do a shot of tequila, and you're like, I'm fucked up, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then you drink it, and then you're like, why did I do that shot of tequila? Like,
It's not that it tastes bad though.
no, it's a
At the
great.
end of the night, it's definitely a regret.
This will
My rule was always never mix your drinks.
yeah. I feel you could mix all the beers you want. Domestic beers, you can mix them all day long. When you get to the craft scene, now you're like the next step up. So if you want to mix some IPAs and some Imperials and some ales, you're good. You start throwing a porter in there or a bourbon barrel, you may be in trouble. And then if you go to like the liquor, then you're asking for too much. Because the beers are gonna fill you up. You're gonna get that, especially if you get someone who pours and you get no head and you don't release that carbonation, it's a bet. So that's another thing too. So a lot of times when you pour, you kind of want to do a violent pour. you want head. You want that carbonation to be released out of the beer so you can really taste the flavor, because the carbonation is a preservative. It's going to help you keep your beer fresh. But when you drink it, you don't want to keep that trapped in the beer. That's why you see a lot of guys, like the old school guys, they'll put pepper in their beer. Yeah.
Why?
It's a real thing.
Never heard of that.
That's an old school thing. They'll put pepper in their beer, or they'll shake it to get like the carbonation out, or they'll stick their finger in it and shake it up.
That's wine.
Yeah, no, like they want to release that carbonation so you're getting the beer. Yeah, because if you do a perfect pour and you pour it like perfectly and fill the entire can up and you get no head and you drink that, all that carbonation is going to sit in your belly, and you're going to get, and then once it hits your belly and it swishes around and it gets moved around, now that foam is going to come up and you're going to get that full belly filling. You want to release that before you put it down. Am I right?
That does make a lot of sense.
Complaints for giving a glass of beer with too much foam.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the term that I wanted to say because
too much head.
This is a family show.
Yeah, too much head. Yeah, there's too much head on the beer.
Is this a family show?
I wouldn't say family.
This
Sharpie, just understand this.
Know.
Off the rails. This is
Sharpie was warned not to embarrass his wife, so I said it. He
God
didn't.
forbid we have children watching over their parents' shoulders like mine would be.
Your daughter's awesome, by the way. When I used to have long hair, I'd come out of the house and she'd be like, AJ Styles. And I'd throw it up.
That's great.
Yeah. For a while, it's funny because she would be like, Heidi, or hey you, and then she always see me, what's up Tony, she'd come out of the car. She's awesome. She's a really cool kid. And then your little guy would be like, yo, he just throw his hand up. Yeah. If you're not, so real quick, I want to give Sharpie a plug. So I have I kind of went against the grain a little bit, and I shoveled and I fucked myself up. My back has been in pain for a couple of days. I was literally laying on my belly like Larry Bird in the Dream Team last night.
Yeah,
my back was bad. But Sharpie, he's like the neighborhood hero. He has a snowplow. He takes care of the whole block. He's a great neighbor. Love this guy to death. That's why I was like, yo, you got to come over, have some beers with us, have a good time. He will 100% be back and doing this again. Kind of a different layout. It's not the long table layout.
Yeah, it's not like our American Idol long table.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel this is more personal. I feel like we could talk to each other more.
I like this one as well.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. But Sharpie, I know that he's like, hey Benno, I know you're in because I went to a John Valby show. And
I heard about that. You were in trouble that night.
That was our first one up at the Alderman.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had 4 guys carrying me out.
That was a fun night. Wow.
Not soon after that, you hurt your ankle, right?
No, that was before that.
Oh, was it?
I just healed up, and I went up there in a pair of laced up boots, knowing I'm going to be in some trouble. I got carried out and fought my way out to get out of being carried.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be carried.
You got carried, though.
I got carried by 4 people.
Yeah, you got carried.
And then the second time around, he actually was tending to the beer, and he came up to me. Well, I came up because I always like talking to people, and I said,
"Hey, I ain't people."
I mean, no, you're not
I ain't
people. I always like talking to good friends of mine, and I'd say, "Hey, you know, we were talking," and he's like, "Hey, Benno, you're into craft beer, aren't you?" And I go, "Yeah, I am." And he's like, I want to try some out. Like, where are some good places? I said, Sharpie, you don't even have to go anywhere. I'll just fucking bring the beer over to you. Just call me over for a night and we'll go from there. But this is the show that you really could, I would definitely love to see you back on here again.
100%.
And we'll do a gauntlet. We'll get you on the 12 beer gauntlet with Scott if you really want to. That's going to be fucking unreal.
We'll walk home from Scott's house that night.
Somebody's carrying me. My wife already told me. If I'm drunk, somebody's carrying me home and taking care of me. I'll warn you now, I'm a puker.
I am not a puker when it comes to beer.
But I'll tell you what, if we do that show, I think we could start at 9:00 and then we're going. This is gonna be like a kind of like, it's gonna be really off the rails in the sense that we don't know the concept of time.
I don't think I want that on film.
It wouldn't be that bad. We would know.
No, Saturday night. we got to have a full day to recover before work because I work Monday.
I'm off on Monday, so I have a full 2 days to recover. I'll be coming from work. Yeah,
but that would be like a
vacation.
That would be like that would definitely be like a Saturday night. You know what I mean? Overall, I have to talk with Scott.
So we actually have, I just literally just hit me. So we have an episode planned. It's going to be me, myself, my father, and Mike Vernalis from Vernalis in Shenandoah. He was on our last episode. We want to do an all Yingling episode. We want to support the hometown brewery. Well, I said us.
I thought,
us too. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So we want to do big for that show. So hopefully, if you guys are watching and you share this video, or you're the right people are watching, we would love to have Mr. Yingling involved in it. I mean, it's not like we're out of his backyard. I mean, we're right here.
Yeah.
It would be nice to line up all the Yingling products and do the same thing we're doing now. We'll go over the 6-pack limit because it's Yingling. But yeah, we're opening we're opening our doors on our end for Mr. Yingling, our Yingling representative, to come and join us. And we'll come to you if you want to. Anywhere you want us to be, we can bring it to you, or you can come to us. And we want to do a full Yingling episode. I know some locals hate on Yingling. Some people like, we won't say the names, but they give it some derogatory names. But it's America's oldest brewery. It's right here in our backyard. I'm proud to have that moniker as a beer show. And that we have the oldest, not only oldest beer in America. Mm-hmm. We would have had the oldest too, but the one in Monte City, unfortunately, is no longer there. The Kaiser's beer. Kaiser's would have been the oldest.
Yep. Oh, wow.
And then Yingling took over, and then next is Budweiser. But
got a little segue after you're done.
Yeah, so Yingling is if you talk beer and you want to talk prestige and you want to talk oldest in America and America driven and America owned and USA, go red, white, and blue, Yingling is it. And it's right here in our backyard. We want to do an entire episode dedicated to you guys because I love their beers. I'm a big fan.
And we just love showcasing different beer that really should get acknowledged.
Realistically, we don't want to just we're banging beers.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying banging craft beers, banging IPAs. We're open to everything. If somebody wants to sit down, you want to put a Bud Light, Miller Lite, all the light beers, we'll do it. You want to do all domestic beers, you want to do Budweiser, Miller, we're open to anything.
It's just the love of actual trying different stuff out and exploring your options. Not only that, getting to what you enjoy the most, and at the same time enjoy our banter and going from there.
Because if you tune in and say, the guys at Bangin Beers, they enjoyed this beer and I tried it and I like it too, we might have similar palates, and you may go out and try a beer because of it. You may take a trip up to New York one day and say, hey, I heard about Other Half or Equilibrium in New York or Cortland, and I want to go check them out.
Yeah,
100%. Real quick, while we're here, Other Half, as a brewery, you've been their establishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect if we were to go to Other Half?
So basically, the main establishment is in Brooklyn, New York. And basically, if you know where you're located, they actually bought out practically the whole block that they're actually located on with apartments and everything else. They're right across from the McDonald's. So, what you expect from there? There is a nice tasting room there. There is the beer line releases wrap around the block some days. Some Saturdays. They always have different stuff pumped out every weekend. So it's not just 1, 2, you're getting maybe like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 beers out of this brewery every weekend.
Now that's all new releases. That's
all new releases and some re-releases then too. So they were pumping out consistent stuff when I got into.
Does Other Half have beers that they have that are regular season, that's their go-to beers all the time?
Not necessarily, but they might have. I'm trying to think how many that they have because they have a huge chalkboard. I can bring that up on Facebook really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So they usually
Cortland. When we did Cortland, we had Cortland's 6 beers that were predominantly on their menu all the time. Then they do their project beers, which is this is very heavy project beer.
Mm-hmm.
This is something they make They release to the public. People go crazy. They stand in line and they wait for these beers because they're not going to be. You can't just walk in one day and be like, I want this beer. You know, that these are kind of, once they're made and they sell out, they're gone. Kind of like locally, if you want to be kind of, on our table here, we have all of the Breaker Brewery's Breakfast Club beers. They're released, they're sold, they're gone. You may never see them again. So these are the 6 cans we had tonight are beers you may never see again. If they're enough demand, maybe. But for the most part, what you're getting is what you're getting. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of how
they're like pretty much in a full rotation, pretty much. Like
these are full rotation.
Like what they do is whatever they have on tap, once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah,
like that's and they just go through it. Some beers don't even sell, as well as other ones, and then once finally the cake kicks, they're done.
Yeah. So when you go to a brewery, you may go. So Yuengling's not a good example because Yuengling you can go walk into any bar in our area and get, for the most part, any Yuengling beer. Now Oktoberfest, that's a seasonal beer. You get that for a couple months, and then once that's gone, and you're not getting that till October again. So imagine if Yuengling said, we're going to make this raspberry beer. The only time you're going to get this raspberry beer is if you show up to our brewery or you show up to our event. We release it. We're going to sell this many 6-packs, this many cases. We're going to sell so many gallons of this beer. And once it's gone, it's gone. If you didn't get that raspberry beer, you will never experience it. That's kind of what this is. All these cans on a different scale. So I'm just trying to put it in a different scale. Now you can go to Yuengling's brewery all the time and get Golden, Chesterfield, regular, premium. That's always going to be there.
Pretty much a regular basis stuff.
So these breweries also have their regulars that when you go in, that's probably going to be on tap all the time. And that's kind of how a lot of these breweries work.
I'm taking a long time to actually find.
We should have been more prepared, but it's next time.
But I'm taking a little bit of a while.
But on the same token, it's not really regular for us because they're not from our area. You know what I mean?
Right. And again, they're just always releasing stuff every Saturday, and they're also replacing every.
So this is very, very good with changing stuff all the time. Like South County, the gelato series. That's something that's, for the most part, always there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like they always have like consistent brews. They always have they always have experimental beers then too.
He's got to watch wrestling with it.
Huh?
You do weak pours.
I guess, but I want to survive because there's a 7th can of
I've been
Sixth can.
Six.
Yeah,
He can't count. He can't count.
Can.
Maybe.
You're
Yeah.
putting yourself all this head on.
I know.
It's 1 o'clock. We're good.
I'm giving myself barely any little head. Man, I don't like saying head. I feel like I'm going to be in trouble with my old lady. I'm sorry if I'm calling you old lady. I'll get yelled at.
All right. What do you think so far? Who's all been down the path?
I tried it.
Nickel, a heavy pour for this beer.
Wow, yeah, it's been heavy for the last
I'm
2.
going to say snippy.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a little bit of sass to it. Wow, that's a sassy
That's only
Trillium other half beer for me. Wow.
Very sour.
So this
Very,
is
very sour.
this is like a rival beer. Not rival. I'm sure they're not actual rivals, but I like sports terms. I'm a sports guy. So this is a Boston, New York collaboration. This is like the Yankees meeting the Red Sox and making an all-star team.
A clash beer.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So that's, just think of it that way.
Mashup, clash up.
Yeah.
Beer. We're gonna coin it. Mashup, clash up.
And even the aftertaste is very sour and very long lasting.
So this is very, very hoppy.
This doesn't want to let go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is a very hop. I like hoppy beers.
Mm-hmm.
So they break down the hop to an ABV, right? Am I saying that? right?
ABV, and then there's
ABV.
I think it's like IBUs. I think as well. Too.
Yeah. So the higher, now I'm not.
I think it's IBUs. That's
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So when you
IBUs.
go to a place that has the chalkboard, and you usually have the ABVs and the IBUs.
Mhm.
The higher number you'll see there is the higher hop count. you're gonna get the hoppy flavor. So if you're not a hop guy and you're not, you know what I mean, that's where you're like, okay, that might not be for me because I know that it's a higher hoppy flavor to that beer. Higher the hop for me, the better. Like I said, I'm an IPA guy through and through. I really enjoy this beer.
I definitely do as well.
Yeah.
I don't like just
This is-
lingers.
This is one of the few that I didn't try eat. Well, this is the second one I didn't try either from them.
Oh, so this is a brand new for you as well.
Yes, and I just want to give it another sip too. It has a little bit more of like, to me at least, it tastes more of a.
Well, here you go.
There's a sweetness with it.
So I just got a badge called Middle of the Road Level 11. Looking for more kick than a session beer, but want to stay for a few rounds. You have to keep in the middle. That's 50. I checked in over 55 beers with an ABV greater than 5% and less than 10. Try 5 more of these beers to hit the next level of 12. So Untappd is kind of like a drinking game, if you want to make like. So you get like achievements. You know me with my achievements, because I'm an Xbox guy. So this is kind of cool. They kind of keep track of what you've checked in.
Mhm.
And this is my level 7 for the can. So I've checked in different types of cans because you have can, you have bottle, you have draft. There's different ways that you can experience this beer, and you get questions for that. So this is an APV higher than 5% but less than 10. So this is called a middle of the road beer.
Mhm.
So if that helps out at all.
I would probably call this beer like a starter.
Starter beer for an 8%. Wow. All right.
Interesting.
For a brand new craft guy, that's
No, and that's
I would say
what
give me that
we're
first,
driving.
Just to get me going.
Mhm.
And then I would literally start out high to the low.
okay.
Give me the
Yeah.
sweeter stuff towards the end.
That makes sense.
All right.
I like
I'd
to
agree
start
with that.
strong.
Yeah. So you want to get fucked up, and then by the time your taste buds are kind of like, your palate is kind of like, okay, everything starts tasting bitter. Now hit me with a sweet.
Yeah.
That's a fair. That's
All
a
right.
fair.
Yeah, I like that.
Drink.
Yeah.
You don't plan on getting fucked up.
If I'm drinking, I'm getting messed up.
That's my theory. And I'll give you the first thing. I've never got buzzed off a beer.
Really?
Never.
What about today?
Today, yes.
We got him.
All right.
I've never felt a buzz off
At least
of a
you
beer.
admitted it. Hey.
Here's my thing. I mean, now I've been pretty heavy with my pours for the whole time, and I have a real nice buzz right now. I'm not drunk, but I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
If there's no one at this table right now who doesn't feel somewhat buzzed, I know you, because I've been really. I hit you heavy with the last couple.
Yeah. The worst ones to hit him.
Yeah, I crushed poor Nikolai. I went hard with it.
I got a Russian roulette for the 7th beer.
Oh no.
It's either gonna be another New York beer. It's a collaboration beer as well.
So
And
wait,
it
do you
kinda
have
broke it.
multiple beers with you that you're like,
His case is-
That
or his trunk is full.
or
Do you have to leave the table for these beers?
what's that
Do you have to leave the table for these beers
for the one for the
for the
two?
7th?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that or
Give us the profile of the beer, and then we'll make a decision if we do the 7th or not.
okay.
how
It's
strong is it?
okay.
It doesn't matter.
At this point, it really doesn't.
No.
I'd say for the 7th, the collab one that I have.
So this is
I would
another other half collab.
No, it's not another other half collab. It's
Okay.
another New York collab beer.
Okay.
But it's 2 different breweries. One that you may not appreciate as well because they make sours.
I'm out. Hudson
No,
Valley.
they don't make.
The only thing
No, this is not a sour
Yeah, the
beer.
only thing
though.
I-
That's the
I-
thing.
I-
They only
I worry-
collaborated.
is that we tag the breweries for these episodes. So if we throw a mystery one in, I feel like they're going to miss their tag and miss their opportunity for people to see them, especially if they rewatch. So that's the only concern I have.
You can always
Edit the
edit
video.
and then be like, just say edit surprise beer. This one.
He's making sense, ladies and gentlemen.
That's just because you've been drinking.
No, Heidi is folding laundry. She is good. She will drive us to watch wrestling tonight.
So everybody's gonna be safe.
Where you going?
we always go to our buddy's house. They own an amazing restaurant in Pottsville. I'm gonna do a quick commercial.
Good.
Farlow's.
I gotta pee
in
really quick
Pottsville.
before you do that.
Go ahead,
so.
go pee and then
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be back. Don't worry.
don't flush though, because you're gonna hear that. It's gonna sound really terrible.
All right.
I shouldn't have said don't flush on camera because now there's a toilet full of pee upstairs. Yeah, they do it. They do an episode. An episode. They do a deli in Pottsville. I don't know if you've heard of Farlow Sub.
From Ashland.
Well, the original Farlows moved to Pottsville, and then they sold to this family. They kept the name, and they kept the style, but they kind of get their stuff from Philly. I don't. But they're really, really good people. Huge wrestling fans. We went with their son last night to the PPW show. He's an awesome kid, Austin. Reminds me of my little brother because of his name, Austin. But they're a good family, so we go watch all of our pay-per-views there. Hopefully one day I'd like to bring everyone here and kind of have like a big wrestling party with like you can come over because you're wrestling fans. Yeah,
I have it.
Oh, you have people come over all the time?
Yeah, I have Paul, the neighbor, and my uncle comes over all the time, and Paul's son Jimmy.
Really?
Yeah.
So you guys are big wrestling guys. I love it. Yo, like I said, we got to do like a huge collab party.
Oh man.
We got to set that up. So tonight we actually might we might bring some stuff tonight and do like a post elimination chamber show where we kind of just talk about it. But that's what we want to start doing is like post shows where we talk about the pay-per-view a little bit. So the next show we can focus more on maybe the indie scene or what's coming up. You know what I mean? So since we have Ben peeing on us, we'll talk wrestling.
Why is he peeing on us?
I don't know.
I don't like getting peed on.
Here, have that.
I don't like that one.
Oh. We'll kill some beers here while we're waiting. I literally my favorite.
Okay.
Here, have some
One of
Swedish
two.
fish.
No, don't mix.
No, you can't.
Okay, so there's one of two I
You
can
said
do.
don't, so now you're gonna.
So
What is this?
the other one
I
is
see
is Root and Branch and the Hudson Valley collab.
That's a sour.
It's not a sour, it's just a regular IPA, but it's with some honey.
Honey.
What's the other one?
The other one, because it's been sitting in my fridge for a little while.
So this is older beer.
This is a stout.
I fucking hate you. You're gonna literally hit me with a stout or my choice is a stout or a sour.
Yeah, but one has honey.
No, it's not a sour. I'm telling you, it's just a regular IPA.
You made me carry my ass home right
But cocoa Maypop, Imperial Stout with maple syrup.
I don't want to kill our guest.
All right, so
Maple
you guys take the reins here.
Let me see the cans.
Okay.
I'm gonna go by. I'm
We're
gonna.
banging beers. At
I'm
this
gonna
point.
judge beers as if I'm a little kid looking at the cans.
I'm gonna say.
What do you mean a little kid? That's why I do video
Bathroom
games.
upstairs,
just
and you
get
make
into
your
the
right. Make a right when you get to the stairs, and just go straight forward afterwards.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find that.
You can't miss it.
Very
I can.
easy.
I don't know which one's which. So I have a
So
guy.
this is
All right.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell
No,
me.
I don't want to tell you.
Yeah. So this is a guy holding a book. It's kind of like a fancy statue.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the beer? That whole thing?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yes. And they have a quote then too on the side. of it.
Man, what's the name of this beer?
That's exactly what it is. Discourse on the method of rightly conducting one's reason and of seeking truth in the brewing sciences. Thus, my purpose here is not to teach the method that everyone ought to follow in order to conduct their reason.
All right, we have
well.
one viewer. One viewer.
Oh
you
my
you
God.
are our choice.
Don't
You
make
have
us syrup.
you have to pick the white label or the fancy colorful label.
Hot pink, and
Hot
yellow.
pink and orange is yellow. What's your pick? You pick the seventh beer.
Go for it.
I hate that we're doing the seventh.
It's not a sour, dude.
Hot pink. Dave Martin has spoken. It's the hot pink.
That's the 10% one too.
Oh, you just picked a 10% beer.
No heavy pours.
It's opened.
Take a whiff.
So which one's that?
Oh,
Is it maple syrup or the honey?
it's
Maple syrup.
It's a porter.
Okay.
Oh, take a whiff of that
Oh,
bad
it's
boy.
maple syrup.
Oh,
That smells wonderful.
that's decadent.
Why couldn't we have started with this?
Oh, that's decadent. Tony's just like, he's ready, just getting prepared.
Oh,
So every porter to me tastes like I'm drinking a cup of coffee.
that's awesome.
No, this is an Imperial Stout. Fuck
Why
you,
can't we
Dave.
flip flop every other taste like coffee?
Imperial Stout. Sharpie.
Yo,
So
Welcome to the jungle.
our one viewer decided to go with the Imperial Stout. Take a whiff of that bad boy and let me know what you think.
Do you like coffee?
I do like coffee.
No, well then this will be amazing for you. Not for
Smells
me.
like mocha.
Yeah,
It has maple syrup in it.
that's
And it's been aged.
fantastic.
He-
It's dark. Darkest we've seen.
It's like motor oil.
it is motor.
Well,
What are we going
I've
here?
already tasted motor oil already, so
And you know what? I believe him on that. He is actually a mechanic. So
Speaking of that, I need an oil change. Is this Aslan?
Yeah.
this is Aslan. Yep,
Aslan.
Aslan
Did you say
Cocoa Maple.
Ashland?
No, this is Cocoa Maypom. We kind of like threw this one because I wanted to go off.
I
the
love how the
rails.
flavor profile, the first one to click on, says coffee. Coffee, sweet, chocolate, smooth.
well,
The
I
you
think
can
if my
taste.
wife was able to drink, she would probably like this because she loves her coffee.
I'm not
I'm
excited at all anymore.
Though.
Oh, come on.
Be
Fine.
fair on my review. Listen, I am completely fair on my coffee beer reviews. I don't like them.
How's that fair though?
By the way, we
Whoa.
killed the rest of the cans.
No, I'm not even finishing that one.
No,
Nope.
you're not even finishing it.
Nope.
What don't you like the flavor in
No.
that?
There's way too much. It's smooth. Don't get me wrong. It's very smooth.
Did you pour yet? Nikolai, you
No,
pour.
it's-
There's so much can left, fellas.
I
It's very smooth.
want to leave it for you.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
And ironically, this is Nikolai's first show too of Bangin' Beers, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of. I'm Sharpie. Oh my god!
Together.
Oh my
I'm
god!
not doing the rest.
No, seriously, I only go a little bit because it's. If you ever.
That's for you, Dave.
It
If you like,
smells wonderful.
if
That's
you
at
like
least
Starbucks coffee.
I don't.
I do.
That's it.
I don't like any coffee.
Awesome.
If you like Starbucks, that's it. It's an alcoholic
Ooh.
Starbucks beverage.
That's wonderful.
Am I right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I hate Starbucks.
Is it
Yeah.
wonderful?
I do like it. No. If I didn't have 6 cans before it, yes. But not that.
Heidi.
This
She's upstairs.
this basically uproots all the IPAs that we've had for this show, and just rips off all the hoppiness out of our tongues,
Yes,
our
it
taste
does.
buds.
But Dave, if you can make it here, you
You
can
can
have
have
this
the
beer.
It's very subtle with the maple. And Aslan, they're from Herndon, Virginia. The other
I love everything from Virginia, except coffee beer. I just found my first thing.
I have
Did you
we're-
try it yet?
no. He's
No.
just like
No,
he's
he's
just
just sitting there.
I hate
quietly
it.
regretting this.
I hate the coffee flavor. Like,
Oh, you're really gonna hate this.
oh,
Yeah.
fuck. They gave me one that had no coffee flavor. It was a Neapolitan ice cream, like
Mhm.
a chocolate vanilla. I immediately,
Chocolate vanilla,
I felt like I was
strawberry.
chewing coffee grounds.
What? That sounds awesome.
Well, I'm already at the point I can't let this go to waste.
That's
Oh, there's the look of maple syrup.
you want to go a surprise eighth?
No.
Fuck it, we're going off the rails.
I'll be right back.
Why? Why?
No, let's just do the root and branch
We're
one
gonna have to
because
rinse these glasses then.
yeah, let's do the root and branch one.
No, it's a darker beer. We'll be fine.
No, it's a
Wow.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you are.
Actually, I'll tell you what.
I quit.
The second hit.
Oh, we can't do it because you don't have it. You didn't bring it. I thought you brought it.
what?
Damn.
We're gonna be Shiner.
I could have brought that. Why didn't you tell me?
Can we at least do the root and branch one?
Fuck you.
No, it's not. No, seriously, it's not a sour. It's seriously not a sour.
No, don't worry. What's the percentage on it?
I'll bring s'mores
Here, no,
next
wait.
time.
We're gonna do. All right, so we're gonna do a s'mores beer from Shiner,
That's awesome.
which is really tasty.
Yeah.
I want
Okay,
to end
let me
with a-
I'll tell you what. The second taste.
I shouldn't have killed the other cans. I should have waited and then drank this porter and then killed it with a taste.
It's a
No.
damn Imperial Stout, Tony.
I'm sorry. Well, I should have did it with an Imperial Stout.
Sip it, and then finish it.
Did you
The
even try
finisher
it?
isn't as bad.
I'm not even looking forward to it. I'm sorry, Aslan.
He's not a stout guy. So just to be fair, it's just to be.
I just
fair.
smell it. It's like a cup of coffee.
And he doesn't like coffee. We just torture him to do this.
Coffee smells really good. Like the smell of coffee is like, oh, that's inviting. And then I sip it. I'm like, bah. You know what I mean? All right, here we go.
So
It's coffee. It's 100% coffee.
I know it's good.
So let me
The
just.
second round was a lot better.
So let me explain that discourse one. Okay.
Had the other day.
So-
I'm sorry, Aslan.
Overloaded it with too many scoops.
Yeah.
I don't even want to review it because I feel like I'm ruining the review score on Untappd because I'm just not a fan of that beer.
If you don't, we know that you don't like coffee, Tony. Don't hate it at all. Just be like, I just don't like coffee.
I'll put it in the
period.
comments.
And put no rating. Say I just hate coffee.
Well, no rating is worse than one.
Well, I mean, if you're just being honest with it, you know what I mean. You don't want to give them.
It's like as if you make a pot of coffee or you have a Keurig cup and you have the ones that do that.
I said
You put
sorry.
An extra
I
like
said sorry in the
2
comment.
or 3 scoops more
In all
than
seriousness,
a normal
Aslan.
cup of coffee. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah. I
It's
would
just
agree with that.
overly strong. There's a
I don't get
aftertaste.
any maple. I don't get any sweet. I don't get any chocolate.
What?
I get coffee.
How do you not get that?
I
It's
don't.
there.
No, I all I got was coffee. I got a little bitter at the end, almost like a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah. But I mean, there's definitely sweetness to it.
Mhm. Don't forget, this is an older. Ken as well.
So we talked earlier how I hit my like level 15 in like IPA. I just hit my level 3 with called heavyweight, which is like your darker beers. So if that's any indication of my
Consultation.
profile of beer,
any consultation.
I'm so sorry, Aslan. I feel bad like giving them a terrible review because it's not. I'm sure if the Aslan made an IPA or something, I would absolutely love it. But
And they're good. They make Aslan. Their kind of gimmick is adjuncts. Basically, what they do
we
is
use the term gimmick a lot, real quick, because we're wrestling fans. So don't take offense to that.
I'm not a wrestling fan. I use gimmicks. So
Okay, but you're also
there's always a selling.
you're also
point,
a
though.
theater guy, and
Yeah.
gimmick is the same thing as
I guess. Yeah.
So
All drama.
Yeah. So
what they always do is they like the adjuncts are basically like imagine like getting like a regular beer and throwing in like a fucking like apple turnover and like if you really wanted to throw a loop on it an apricot and then actually tasting those flavors in the
And now
actual
you're
beer
making me
itself
hungry for
individually.
apple fritter.
But I'm just saying though that's
This is a
exactly
long
what an
time to make me
adjunct
hungry for
is.
an apple
Arby's
fritter.
is closed. Can't get it.
I had to mention Arby's.
I know.
But I'm just saying though, that's exactly what an adjunct would be, and that's how like a lot of these some of these breweries, they're really good with adjunct flavors. So like one of the ones I have is a sour. It's called Brunchies, and it has lemon, blueberry, maple, coffee, all into a sour, and it comes out like a blueberry puree. No joke, you taste everything in it. It's ridiculous how like good it tastes.
Dave Martin. I hate you.
You do.
He chose the beer.
It's good.
I gotta say that beer would have to be like your nightcap.
That's what the
it.
beer looks like.
You're now
The one that I have.
We should have went with that one.
sobering yourself up with coffee.
And this is a oat wheat double IPA with meadow foam, honey, and milk sugar with Citra and Galaxy.
How was the
hops.
second one? A little better?
What? No,
No?
not at all.
I think the second was better.
I could drink this. I mean, not after
Oh, yeah?
all of these ones.
Oh, yeah?
Get out of here.
You fucker.
Maybe later tonight.
Don't make me miss.
No.
Don't make me miss. Here, give me the can. I'll do it. I'm not
You're
driving
gonna Make
anywhere.
him finish it, you mean?
He's not driving.
What do you mean I'm not dry?
Ben's not driving. His parents are picking up.
Oh.
I say, I gotta go somewhere yet tonight.
Nikolai, you're going with the rest of that one
How
into.
much is left? Oh, there's not much.
I'll be fine. Buddy.
See, there we go. Compromise. See, I got him to pour the rest of the can.
We'll go.
It's compromise.
It'll be a slow burn.
He took more than Tony did now.
Hope he did.
I like coffee.
Hope he did. That Not for me, ladies and gentlemen.
I would have definitely started with this and kept with this, but
So that's your all day beer.
yeah, that's my all day. Out of all of them, I would say that's my all day.
What do we got for comments?
Oh,
Tony?
all right. So
What do we got?
Dave said we can bust his beer out from the fridge.
What beer? No, we're not gonna eat. Are you serious?
I might need it.
I can't.
What is it?
I'm telling you, now that collab one is a double IPA. It's not going to be sour or
I don't
anything
have to
like that
tag
at
this
all.
one because we've already done it. So hold on.
So we're doing an 8?
We're doing an 8.
I can't make it through this.
Oh
Slam it.
my
No.
god!
Slam
Oh,
it. That's the
I messed up. Am I good? Is everyone in shot?
Here, go. Yep, we should
Tony,
be good.
You're gone.
Hey, if you bet that Tony fell apart,
I didn't fall apart.
there you go.
Where the fuck is it?
It's gone. We don't have it.
He
Sorry.
didn't leave it in here.
See, I'd rather
Darn.
go sour.
Yes, he did.
Damn it.
I was gonna say I'd really
Oh,
appreciate
another
that.
wrestling beer.
I
Oh,
can't do this,
I
Tony.
really appreciate that. That's the valley.
Welcome to the jungle.
What
Guess what? It's happening.
this
Yeah.
is Stone Cold's beer.
It is
Don't-
I think it was Budweiser.
open.
No, he went into craft and then he did his own thing.
Or no, it was Coors Light.
I
Wasn't
should
it?
have ate.
No,
before
this
I
is-
came.
See,
I didn't
Steve
put it on
Austin's
there.
bro-
Oh, shush.
Shush flesh.
So Dave Martin, our viewer in the chat, has said we can open his beer and enjoy it. So tonight for Elimination Chamber, we are going to have Ben. You're gonna have to rinse. So
I know.
Slam
I can't.
it. Slam it. No.
No, it won't be good.
No, that's
no,
I'm
don't
telling
slam
you.
it.
No,
Don't slam it.
We're
no,
gonna
don't
be
do
all
that.
right.
I'll hit
No,
that
Sharpie,
limit
don't
of-
let him do
I don't
that.
drink beer.
I'll
Definitely not
put
on
it in the
that
back of
one.
your
Listen,
car.
I can drink rum and coke all night, but
No, you can't.
No, I could. I really could.
Right.
Liquor is different.
No, I can't.
Stop it.
Don't lie
Stop
to
it.
yourself.
Not in this progression.
So this beer has made an appearance before. It is not a beer you can get in Pennsylvania. This is a beer that is
Here,
from
hang on.
California.
Up a wall. Here, hang on. It's just the. Let me know where to go.
Right there. Right there.
Okay.
I bumped the camera when I was getting the beer out.
You just
This
drank the
this
water.
this is a beer. This is a beer from California. We featured them before. We have one. I had no more bottles. Dave Martin, who's part of Tornado Tad podcast, has brought this bottle. Thank you so much because I need to get that coffee taste out of my mouth. This is for you, brother. Because we gotta get rid of a lot.
Now you're spilling it.
This is I spilled a little bit on Mario. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. The only other one who doesn't have a glass fill is Scott, so he can enjoy some Stone
Scott,
Cold beer.
definitely enjoy that.
Very citrusy, very orange flavored. You'll enjoy it.
Is it a sour?
No, it's just a regular IPA. It's a 6.7. It's
Very
kind of like
clear. Actually, very
Now,
clear.
I must be very, very honest when I give this review, and I tell you, this is an older beer. This has been aged. We bought this a while ago, so this is not fresh.
What's the difference between fresh
So,
and aged?
When beer gets a little older, it can get a little bit more of a malty flavor. So what
Or
you
if it gets a little bit better, okay.
experience in this beer now may not be what you experience in this beer if you were to buy it completely fresh.
so
Right.
like if you taste it fresh, it's gonna be it might be absolutely
Missed.
amazing.
Wow.
Something you'd be like, wow, that's way too fresh. I might let it sit for.
This
a
is
couple
about
weeks.
2 months old.
And that's considered old.
Yeah, some beers
Believe it
do
or
not
not.
age very well.
And I'll give it a prime example of this then too. So there's a brewery called Alchemist that they have what it's called Heady Topper. Okay. Now that was the one that the IPA that kind of opened up all the gates for all this craft beer to come through and kind of like establish the history overall of craft beer to have its Renaissance. So Renaissance. But when you have it fresh, absolutely amazing. It's kind of like drinking like the Coors Light of India Pale Ales. Like you could drink it all day. It would stay consistent. It would be amazing. You're just enjoying it. You could probably have like 3 or 4 of them, even though they're like about 6 or 7% alcohol by content, and they would be insane. You let it sit for 2 months, you're drinking a fucking dirty gym sock. It's fucking bad. Oh,
Yeah.
I never can get the taste out of it. I never will do it again.
So for an example, Conky Dong, great beer, very orangey, very citrusy. It aged a little longer one time, and we drank it. I couldn't finish it. It was too malty.
You kind of have to like figure it out. Like I kind of like a lot of these beers.
Tony, don't try it.
I figure out,
Don't try it, Tony.
Not good?
It's sour.
No. Your idea is sour, and what I've had is sour, maybe 2 different ballparks.
Maybe.
But
You
he
thought this was sour.
It's sour.
The very not the
you
coffee.
you two are polar opposites of the whole sour. He loves Hudson Valley. You hate it. But then if something sits, you don't mind it, but you don't like it.
It's an older beer. It's losing its flavor. Dave, I'm glad we opened it tonight, because if it would have went any longer, it would have lost all of its looks. Yeah. I'll be right back. I have to pee.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't even check the honestly, I can't even check this in because it's not the same profile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's just being, complete. Like, a lot of you may think, oh, hey, like, we should be rating the beer as it is, but at the same time, you really shouldn't rate the beer because it's not in its purest form. And like in this Broken Skull IPA, it's not in its purest form. And I'll even take a swig at this then too. And when we had it fresh,
like a regular beer.
Yeah, this actually had a lot more with it. If we were looking at the profile, Citra, Cascade, and Chinook hops, basically the Citra really came out of the woodwork, and all the other hops supported it in order to get that flavor profile just in general.
Like right now, this almost reminds me of like a mix between a Miller High Life and a Bud Light.
And it's not too far from the truth either, but again, like the whole thing.
I like the Miller High Life, but I hate Bud Light.
And yeah,
what the mix is right there.
I kind of get the little bit of the bite that you're getting there though too. But seriously though, like you really gotta really have somebody that's well aware of it. Like for me at least, don't let him go. Hey, don't worry. If he's as long as he's getting it down, we're fine. We're not gonna press him.
This one though.
We're not pressing him.
Yeah,
I'll press him.
But just so everybody knows, there's going to be an old beer that I'm gonna have this crew try that's been aged for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fucking shitty. And I'm gonna and like if you don't get that sour, like if you don't get that like crappy taste, like you get that crappy taste in your mouth and you realize, beer connoisseur, like you got to know the difference.
Why would you want to try 2-year-old beer though?
It's just like I have a science experiments, really.
Tony's in.
What? Are you paying?
Yeah.
No, tagging out, Nick. Oh
no, I'm tapping out. Yeah, I was true in what I said.
Nikolai's going to watch wrestling with us tonight. He doesn't have a choice at this point. Because here at Bangin' Beers, we don't let friends drive home drunk. That's why Ben's getting a ride. You live 2 houses down, and Nikolai's coming with us.
If you want to be technical, it's actually 3 because we have a double lot.
It's a double lot. What do we got in the chat? Oh, Dave didn't say anything. All right.
I was just saying about, and you know what? Screw it, I'm going to say it.
2-year-old beer.
I have 2-year-old beer.
Oh,
1 can. Now,
what is it?
It's a vintage. When I actually start going to beer releases, it was called Evil Smush. It was from February 27th of 2017.
That might not be good at all.
Well, I had 2 cans of it. I had it last year around this time. And believe it or not, it was like 75% malted, but it still retained some of its stuff. I don't know how it's going to be this time.
I'm not tasting it. You're on your own with that one.
But it's just to give you an idea.
Gone. You guys nailed it.
No, he nailed it.
Really? By choice or by
Choice.
Oh wow, good for you, Nikolai. So some people. So I'll put another example out. Trogs. Trogs makes Trogs makes a holiday beer every year called Mad Elf. Some people will buy the Mad Elf the year it comes out and have it sit in their basement because you don't want light to hit it, you don't want sunlight to hit it, you want to keep it at room temperature. I have 2 beers right now that are aging that we're probably going to use for Bangin beers very, very soon because I don't want them to go any longer. But they're bourbon barrel aged beers. So people age beers. It's not like a crazy thing to do. We like to take so Ben's got a case of, we'll say this, right? Ben's got a case of this. Ben will age this can another month. And then he has a case of it. So he'll age it a second month and a third month and a fourth month. Now we have our initial review of buying this fresh. And that's when we make our honest review. Then so there's a lot of beers I've tried with Ben that I don't put in Untappd only because
they're aged. I
know it's a very aged beer. So I know it's not fair to the brewery to age them because we didn't drink it fresh.
And like you were saying, like if you weren't going to rate it, it would be absolutely fair if it was aged for too long and you're like, man, this is not really, it's not, we should have drank this a lot sooner. That, we don't want to bash the brewer, put it that way. And that in that way, in that sense,
it's kind of like music. Not every style of music is going to be for you, but the fact that they put their work in to do it is kind of shitty for you as a person to say, I don't like what you do, you suck at what you do. So to say to a brewery, like I gave obviously this beer a 1 only because I don't like craft beer. And I put in the review, I don't like coffee beer. I'm sorry.
Coffee beer, yeah.
Aslan, I've had Aslan beers. They make good beers. I just don't like the stout. Like darker beers for me are harder because no matter how much chocolate they say or caramel or this or that, it always goes back to coffee for me. So so that's like, so with the age thing, we just don't like to we don't like to be unfair to, like I won't review this today because I'll give a review and I'll say, hey, I got it in a bottle. I got this brew. It tasted terrible. It's our fault. We get let it age longer than it should have. But we also can let people know, hey, we've tried this beer. We let it sit a little longer than normal. Try it. It's really, really good. Kind of like Mad Elf from Trogs. People let Mad Elf sit for a full year. And then what that really created was Trogs then took their recipe and aged it, and they make
Wild Elf,
which is like a aged version of their beer because it gets stronger as it ages. So when you take a beer, so if you got a home beer craft kit, and you say, okay, we're going to make our beer, and it ferments. Now you get like ferments. You get like okay, it's good to pour. Some people say, okay, I'm going to let it go another week. If you were to pour it out right then and there, drink it, it's going to be different if you let it go for another week.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you kind of have to find that craft beer is a mad science, and we kind of take what they already did and mix it up a little bit more by saying, hey, we're going to let it try a little bit more. Because maybe our review, we're just small. We're just starting off. But say we take this beer and say, we aged this beer another 2 months and it's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? They might look back at it and say, yeah, we might age that a little bit more because it worked, So that's kind of how we look at it.
A lot of factors involved in it, really Sharpie. And the only reason why I start aging beer was because of that actual release that I just was speaking about. Because to me, when you're really looking into it, a lot of your beer, like when it comes out fresh, when you taste it, it doesn't get, like it just tastes like regular, to me at least, it tastes like regular beer. And you're like, well, what the hell? Why did I sit in line for? I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? No, don't do that. Don't do it at all. Like, try it out first if you get so much, and then let it go. Because you might have a better opinion about it if you have it like you're working hard, like about a hard month, and then you have it again. You're like, wow, this is actually not bad. It was better sitting off versus when I had it last. So that's how I look at it. That's just the way that I roll, really.
Just to give another shout out to 10 different podcasts we do here, because we're waiting for Nikolai. I just lost it because now I have a half naked girl on my phone.
Let me see that.
Well, I mean, not half naked. You could use your imagination. It's all there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So congratulations for 10-8 round. Two of our guys last night went to a event in Philly, and we have a guy who may be calling in or working with us a little bit. John Pfeiffer. He just won the championship of a promotion in Philly. So we're gonna have him call in. Congratulations on your performance last night.
Good job.
And we really look forward to speaking to you on 10-8 round. All right. Nikolai's gone. Let's just kind of finish some Stone Cold beer.
Yeah, I'm not finishing it. It got a little too
malty for you. Yeah, that's understandable. We'll take care of it. So Elimination Chamber tonight. What matches are you looking forward to?
I'll talk about what I'm disappointed in. Brock Lesnar not having to get into the Elimination Chamber.
You kind of seen that coming.
Second year in a row.
Kind of seen that coming.
But I gotta say, I'm
They're all
looking
killed.
forward to
Oh, wow.
Daniel Bryan.
You
gets
can,
the title.
if you want to stick labels of this one, this
Daniel
one,
Bryan, who?
this one.
Daniel Bryan losing the title.
You think he's gonna lose it?
I hope to God he does. I used to be. I was a big believer in the Yes movement.
You don't like heel Daniel Bryan?
No, absolutely not.
I like heel Daniel Bryan.
No, he would have. I would have liked him yet if he went all like eco bullshit.
But a lot of his message is actually true.
I
Like,
know that's the sad part. I think that's what really just pisses me off.
Like he's heel, but he's telling you real life information.
What you should know.
Yeah, like you shouldn't eat like a scumbag. You shouldn't drink beer.
Yeah. Now, you know, by just drinking all this, I just ruined my whole rest of the day for calories and carbs.
Really?
Oh yeah,
It was worth it, right?
absolutely.
Did you have fun there?
Absolutely.
Well, definitely have you back. That was a good
I
time.
really want you back
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like you were
I'm looking
enjoyable.
forward- I want to see.
For the record, who invited you to the show first?
Tony.
Yeah!
Scott, the betrayal.
Ben said you got to get on the show one day. Tony said, "Hey, Sunday we're doing a show."
And then Ben's like, hey, you want to be on the show Sunday?
Actually, no. My wife pointed it up that Ben posted,
Yeah,
but you tagged before he posted.
nailed it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm actually hoping for a twist tonight that Randy Orton wins the belt.
No.
Oh.
No. Kofi
Sorry.
Kingston. Do you know if
That would be
Kofi
great.
Do you know if Kofi wins tonight, he's a Grand Slam champion?
Really,
Yes.
that would be great.
Kofi has the tag team. He's had the US. He's had the Intercontinental. The only belt he's never won is the main title. If he wins tonight, he's a Universal Champion.
That would be great to see.
He's paid his dues.
He's paid him, but he hasn't paid him enough yet.
No.
What?
I don't think he got a big enough ass whooping yet. Maybe
Okay.
tonight will be the biggest ass
No,
whooping.
I'm gonna
He
kind of.
just won 45 minutes in a gauntlet match.
I know. I fell asleep,
I want to
and
explain.
then and nothing recorded. So that was the
Sharpie.
worst part.
Sharpie, I want to tell you this then too. So there was a house match between Brock Lesnar and Kofi Kingston. There's a really good point to all this. So I think Kofi Kingston ended up winning, and Brock Lesnar
He beat
even
Brock
said,
Lesnar.
he actually beat Brock Lesnar, and he even said at one point, Brock Lesnar, said at this point, he goes, I actually respect Kofi Kingston, the whole sense that he's a good performer, a great worker, and everything else. He's one of the very few people that Brock actually pays respects to in the sense of wrestling altogether. And I know I've seen Kofi Kingston when he did the whole Jamaican, high flyer thing. I love that gimmick. I really love that whole thing with him overall. And I'll tell you what. I give respect to Kofi Kingston as well.
What do you have in your trunk right now that's not super aged?
I think I removed everything from my.
You have nothing in your trunk right now. Oh,
The only thing is this: the root and branch. Seriously, it's not gonna. It's gonna be a double IPA. It's not gonna be a sour. It's nothing like that. It's just a straight up double IPA.
I need something for tonight. I have to bring something. I don't think I have any cans left.
Because I removed everything out of my trunk of my car. It's just because it was just getting annoying at that point. And like, not only that, I had like, how many, like 6 packs, and then 2. I had like.
I'm gonna stop in Frackville on the way there and grab
Yeah.
something. I got to keep this going. Because if I sit in the couch all day, my back's gonna be fucked up.
Let's do the root and let's all of us do the root and
No,
branch.
we're not doing any
No,
more.
come on, let's do one
We're
more.
not, no more.
One
We're
more.
already at an hour 52.
We'll do one more. Let's just
No,
do
we're
one
good.
more.
We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up.
Okay, all right.
I don't
We have to
see
get
the
ready.
big guy on the floor.
Ben, do you have any South County left? Dave's asking.
Ben, do I have any South County left?
You're Ben.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I still have that Cosmic Nod, which is the Galaxy like 5% pale ale that they actually make.
The Galaxy, which you gave Dave Martin.
It was at the Tornado 10.
So he does have
I have
another
2
one.
more cans.
I think
of
Dave's
that
trying to
one.
ask if he can get another Galaxy off you for the next show.
I could do 2 more if you really want to. That's if you really want to go for it. Yes, I can
Cool.
do 2.
We're gonna just because Elimination Chambers tonight. While Nikolai is upstairs drunk playing with the dog in the hallway. I got a text.
He's
But
drunk playing with the dog in the hallway.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Scotty.
So
Again.
Heidi,
Yeah. Good fucking neighbor, man. You're a good dude. I love you to death. I'm glad you came
Scott,
by.
I really do appreciate it too.
If we
Yeah,
can-
me and Ben will go back.
Yeah, you and Ben go back. But now we're neighbors, so
Absolutely.
we trump your friendship with.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! I don't want to hear that
You gotta start
nonsense.
coming to the gym then.
There's probably no chance. I work at home. I do the I don't do it now, but I have to start.
You should at least like if you go
I hate
do
paying for a
it.
gym membership. I can't do free weight with my joint disorder. Free weights are not good for me.
We wouldn't really do free weights. You could do machine.
What am I gonna do?
You can't even do
I do
machine.
I do all resistance and yoga. I'm starting
No, I get
Yeah.
it. No, I get it.
DDP yoga. Anyway, but yeah, so it was really, really fun. I had a good time. So we ran through. So Lesnar's not his belt's not on the line tonight. Tag team champions. You're hoping for Sasha and Bailey or the Riot Squad. I think Nia and Tamina are winning. Then we got the Daniel Bryan. You think Daniel Bryan's losing?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope Kofi wins it. That's
But
my
I think
pick.
he's gonna take it. He's gonna.
Yeah, I think Daniel wins. I hope Kofi wins it. Even if they have him lose it at Fastlane, just let Kofi win that
I want
title.
to see Randy Orton get it back one more time.
He had it enough.
His reign's coming to an end.
Yeah,
He's coming
good.
to retire.
Then same with John Cena. You don't have to give him Ric Flair's record. Just let
he
him.
needs the record.
No, he doesn't.
See, we need a new face to hold the record.
No, we don't. Even realistically, John Cena has the record because he held it 16 times in WWE. You don't call AJ Styles a multi-champion because realistically he had the title in Ring of Honor. He's had, I don't know about Ring of Honor, but he's had it in New Japan. He's had it in Impact. I don't know how many times each time, but there's probably an argument that AJ Styles might be close to a 16-time champion with all the promotions he's been heavyweight champion in. Ric Flair's the only guy that gets that respect. You know what I mean? John Cena, at the end of the day, is the all-time leading champion. No one held the WWE title more than John Cena. Nobody.
No.
Nobody. To me, would I rather hold the title one time for the longest amount of time or 16 times and lose it every other pay-per-view? I'd rather go for longevity. That's just me. Sean's held it 3 times.
Another belt that's not being up for tonight is the U.S.
U.S. title's not up for good. Let Kofi get that longevity. He deserves it. Kofi's not Kofi. R-Truth is a good dude. He deserves it. But yeah, what else is up for title? Is the Usos fighting the Miz and Shane tonight?
Yes.
Uso
Yes,
just got in trouble with some DUI problems.
Which one?
Jimmy. He got pulled over in a car and was a little intoxicated.
Was Mandy with him?
She was driving. Yeah, Naomi.
No, Mandy.
Oh man, no, Mandy was not in the car. Naomi was. Naomi was.
Imagine if Mandy was.
He doesn't have it with him, so we can't have it for tonight.
I do have it though. I do have it. I know that.
He'll
for
get it to you
certain.
next podcast.
Agreed.
Dave, if you want to grab a 6-pack tonight and hook us up when we get there, you be the man. I'm drinking. Yo, we're doing you a favor. I get rid of this broken skull. It's not fun. Yeah, not good.
If it resembles Bud Light anywhere near, it's never any good.
No, it's super malty. You have one left. I drink it or dump it because it's at that point. We're actually going to end it here. We're almost close to 2 hours. We've been going really long. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know there was a lot of wrestling. Remember the name Gold Dust. Yeah, tonight's Elimination Chamber. If you're a WWE fan, tune in. Check us out at Tornado Tag Podcast. Check Tornado 10-8 round coming up next Thursday. It's in the works. We may have things that weren't cool in high school coming up this Wednesday. Actually working to a point where every Wednesday night and every Thursday night, we're going to have a live show starting at 8 o'clock now. And then Sundays, we're going to have Bangin' Beers. So you can look for us Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays live here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, like this video, subscribe the whole nine. And then interviews are 3 times a month. They'll always the first month, the second month, first week, second week, third week of the month. Interviews come out every Friday. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. The last interview of the month, Brian Finneran from Monty City. It's going to be a great interview. Check that out. Like, subscribe to the page, follow us on Facebook. All the links are in the description. Keep tuned in. We'll continue to bring us content. If you're not a fan of us getting drunk on camera, I'm sorry. That's just the show. Anything else, guys?
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right. You got anything?
Same here. Hey, we had our beer.
Out,
have a good time.
Check us out, School County Brewfest. Follow them on Facebook. School County Brewfest. We'll be there live doing this show. We will not be like we are right now. We'll have a case of water. We'll be prepared for that.
Agreed.
We're going to talk to some amazing breweries, a lot of cool people that are joining the event. Come see us at that event. We'll be there, and then we'll see you possibly next Sunday. Tune in, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Every time we go live, you'll get a notification. You might not like wrestling, but after a while or hear us talk about it, you may tune in and be like, I'm into this. I was into it when I was a kid. Let's get back into it. Same with mixed martial arts. It's all there. So love you guys so much. Continue to support. We'll see you soon. Enjoy Elimination Chamber. We'll see you soon.
See you later.